The Invisible Man is the latest Universal monster revival, putting a new spin on their classic legacy character. When Cecilia, played by Elisabeth Moss, escapes the clutches of her abusive partner, leading him to commit suicide, she soon comes to believe his death may have been a hoax, fearing he, as a world-renowned optic scientist, has found a way to stalk her utilising invisibility. As everyone around her thinks she's going insane, Cecilia spirals into madness, going to every length possible to expose the Invisible Man. Before we get into this, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. It does wonders in getting my content out there. And additionally, weigh in down in the comments below with your hype levels for the Invisible Man. I am an enormous fan of Universal's legacy monsters and have enjoyed most of the more recent revival films to varying degrees. So naturally, when I heard they were planning on making a full-blown serious horror film focused around arguably one of their goofiest monsters, but directed by upgrade director Leigh Whannell and produced by prolific horror producer Jason Blum, I was all in. But that is not to say that I was without my reservations or trepidations. The Invisible Man marks a fresh slate for Universal's monster brand, following the commercial and critical failure of the Tom Cruise-led Mummy from 2017, which was supposed to herald the beginning of a grand Universal monster cinematic universe dubbed the Dark Universe. Honestly, this is something that I was really excited about. I thought the idea of all these individual monster revival films all culminating at the end with a big monster mash film just like the classics was going to be absolutely fantastic. But after I saw The Mummy, well, that kind of proved that maybe it wasn't a great idea. Instead, Universal are going to be focusing on individual stories told by visionary filmmakers. So that is why the original Johnny Depp-led Invisible Man, which was going to be part of the Dark Universe, has kind of made the way for this new, more intimate, unique telling of the story. And wow, what a great way to kick off Universal's new initiative. Whannell, who also wrote the script, puts a brilliant spin on this character, which I've honestly felt has never been used to his full potential. The original film was fairly silly itself, and a string of comedic versions since then have never quite shown the character the respect I think he's always deserved. While past versions have put the character front and center, dressing him up in coats and bandages and funny hats, Whannell's Invisible Man isn't so much presented as a character or a human, but instead the suggestion of one, creating a sense of fear that is an eerie and heavy presence in itself, leaving you to fill in the blanks in your own mind. This monster, felt at every single step of the way, is simply built from suspense, thrills, a heart-pumping score, and of course a stellar performance from Elisabeth Moss, who essentially puts in the work of two performers here, carrying the entire film on her shoulders. With Cecilia front and center, the movie keeps you on the edge of your seat every single step of the way, keeping 2 steps ahead of you at every turn. As Cecilia's mental state is questioned, you begin to question it as well. You begin to question the entire movie. Is this actually happening, or is she actually going crazy? That said, The Invisible Man, while setting itself up as a horror, is more so a psychological thriller that successfully uses suspense and perceived terror to drive the fear, not jump scares and gore. In my truthful opinion, I think I'd have to say that The Invisible Man could quite possibly be the single best Universal monster revival film we've possibly ever had. It throws away all of the corn of the likes of Van Helsing, the overblown narratives of the likes of Dracula Untold, and of course the misguided bombast of 2017's The Mummy. Instead, this one goes back to basics. It builds itself as a serious, truly frightening, visionary, unique take on the character, finally showing him the respect he's always deserved, and essentially making one of the lamest Universal monsters one of the coolest. At that, I will be giving this visionary take on The Invisible Man an incredibly easy 4 out of 5. I love this direction that Universal is taking with the Monsterverse, and damn if I wouldn't be happy for them to hand the keys to the entire franchise of monsters over to Whannell and Blum. For now though, I am handing it over to you guys out there, and I want to know, have you seen The Invisible Man? If you have, how did you feel about it? If you haven't, how do you feel going into it? Of course, as always, fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Until next time though, guys, take it easy. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.